Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Today we have a very cool paint scheme that just went to victory lane. It was, of course, Joe Logano in the Pennzoil Ford Mustang. Well, as we almost dropped it there for Team Penske. He won the playoff race at Vegas, sending him to the Final Four. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out this diecast. Alrighty folks, right out of the good old box. And I tell you what, it'd be really cool if they make a raced version of this diecast. And wow. This paint scheme's got so much detail to it. This is going to be a fun diecast review. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Of course, pick this one up from our friends over there at Circle B Diecast. You can too, guys. Check out that promo code down below if you'd like. It does help out the channel. And let's go ahead and dive into it. So you got the Pennzoil, is it the bell on the front? And I'm going to tell you, man, it covers the entire hood logo. I love to see that. Take full advantage of the car. Like you see the side panels, they take full advantage of it. That's how a sponsor should wrap their car, not like the oh goodness, the abomination of that the Hunt Brothers pizza car that only used like the little side panel here and left everything else blank. So you got the Ford logo right there. Go to the front of the diecast here. So you have this like texture pattern. I have two theories for it. A, is it supposed to resemble like the grips you might see on a bottle of oil? You know, where like your hand goes and it kind of has like a texture, or is that supposed to be like some type of like, I don't know, bubbles or something? You never know. I'm assuming it's like the grip texture, but regardless, it adds a lot of depth to this paint scheme. You got Sunoco there. You got 22. Got the Ford front end. That's a very cool front end of this diecast. I love the front fascias of these Ford Mustangs. Very sleek. And you go over to the left side of the car. Now, this is the first time the Pennzoil, like not the shell Pennzoil, but just the Pennzoil car, has had chrome/aluminum wheels. And let me tell you, it looks good. Usually this is, you know, made with like, you know, yellow wheels back with the Gen 6 era. But with Penske switching over from those to the aluminum style chrome wheels, this car looks fantastic. I really, really like this. And you see the texture, this kind of grip bubble pattern, if you will, goes all the way over the roof rails onto the A, B, and C pillars. It looks really cool. It goes down, kind of zigzags, and what the biff? What happened here? Oh my goodness. What the? Is that supposed to be there? I think it is. Okay, oh my goodness. I didn't know what that was. What logo is that? I can't even read it. I have no idea, guys. I have no idea. I thought that was a Sharpie mark for a second. Oh my goodness. I was like, what? Because it looked purple like a Sharpie mark. No, I think it's like a tribute decal or something. So I had no idea, but that's what it looks like to me. That doesn't actually look like a Sharpie mark because it looks like there's a name and a face there. So that's something I didn't know. I believe this paint scheme ran at both of the Vegas races, which, if I am correct, that might be the first time ever. So you got these, not Sunoco, we got the race win sticker there. This is probably based off the first Vegas race, if he did indeed run it there, which would be, I want to say the Clash. I think they did a winner sticker for that. Could be mistaken with that. Got Ford, PPG, Mazak, Coca-Cola, Pennzoil. This is how you do a side panel decal, guys. You don't just make a little tiny logo here or a tiny logo here. Just use the whole daggum thing. That's how you're supposed to do it. Look at the A-Shock Energy card, guys. Use the whole side pod. Use it all. Don't just, you know, skimp out on it. Use the whole side of the race car. That's how you're supposed to do it, I believe. That's how I would design a race car. Got AAA, Discount Tire, Auto Trader. Again, I don't know what logo that is, but it looks like a tribute decal or something, so that's what I'm assuming it is. Could be completely mistaken on that. Cup Series, Goodyear. Let's go to the back end of this car, and this looks really, really cool. So you kind of have like this little pattern that goes behind these, looks like archways. You got a giant Pennzoil logo there. 22 crew, got the 22. Very, very nice. Definitely reminds me a little bit of Kurt Busch's 2011 Pennzoil paint scheme, which, my goodness, that paint scheme is amazing. I've always liked the Pennzoil cars. I've always been a fan of them. Kevin Harvick had some bangers. And then, of course, you know, Kurt Busch when he was at Penske in the 22 and 11. And, of course, throughout the 2010s with Logano, he always had a cool-looking Vegas Pennzoil car. And this is another one to add to it. I'm really not sure if this is supposed to represent the design of a bottle or something, but I like the texture to it. I like the pattern. Now, off camera, it's more of a Pennzoil yellow. On camera, it looks like a banana yellow. So that's the beauty of videography and how it does change depending on the optics you're using to capture the footage with and whatnot, the temperature of the colors. There's so many things. It's a lot more complicated than it needs to be. Got the giant 22 right there in the roof. Fun little fact here: this little roof flap is actually lower than the one on this side. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but if you like took one of these cars and stripped it down to the bare metal, you could really feel a bump. Like right here, it's a lot higher, and then it goes to the roof flap, and it dips down. There's actually a significant drop-off. I don't know if that was a issue or the real car has that, because if that's the case, there's probably a significant aerodynamic advantage if that's the case. Logano, and you got Jiffy Lube right there on the deck lid. So, I know a lot of people are not Logano fans, but I'll say this. He always has an incredible looking race car when he goes to Vegas. I tell you what, I really like this car. It did win at Vegas, so if they don't make it, you still have the ability to make that version of the paint scheme. You know, you can paint the spoiler, add the window banners, put the playoff logos, you know, the mumbo jumbo that you got to do to make it a race win. I'm sure LW3 might do it if they don't make the real thing, but hey man, these Mustangs with these chrome alloy style wheels, they look mean. Now, if I had to, you know, split hairs here, my only pet peeve is the door number being a little too small. This is one thing that I have noticed with these cars is the double-digit door numbers are like they're not even close to being a normal size compared to a single-digit number. Now you see how big the number 6 is on that Brad Keselowski Mustang, and look how small a 22 is. To me, it looks really unproportioned to me. Like it looks like the 22 is like it's like a shrimp, and then you got a jumbo shrimp on the Brad Keselowski diecast. Now, you look at the 41. It's a little bit bigger than the 22. See, the 41 looks pretty good because they actually sized it correctly. So my point being, I wish this was just a fraction larger. They did the same thing with the Christopher Bell diecast, and I'll be honest with you, it does hurt the overall look at the paint scheme. But if you disregard that and you look at the paint scheme for what it is, what a fantastic looking hot rod, guys. Probably a solid 9.4 out of 10. One of the best looking Ford paint schemes this year. And if you ask me, 100%, you don't even have to ask me twice. I would pick this car up over his primary paint scheme any day of the week. This is such a better looking race car than the Shell Pennzoil one, which in my opinion is very bland, very boring. This one looks so much better, guys. I recommend picking this one up over that. And it's something fresh, too. It's something different than in years past. Each year it's a little bit different, but this one looks a whole lot different with the new wheels and the Gen 7 body. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching the video. If you can, please give it a huge thumbs up. Helps out the channel. And I hope you can stick around for more Nascar Diecast reviews. We got plenty more to review here in the studio. Probably about 20 more diecast as of right now, not including all the new diecasts that are being shipped out as we speak. So a great opportunity to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to. But that's all for now. Diecastbuffet signing off.